Thank you for giving us so much of your time today. I appreciate you helping us attend to the aftermath of recent incidents. Of course, we couldn't turn a blind eye after seeing it for ourselves. We feel investigating the coup d'etat further is our responsibility as much as anyone's. We've rounded up most of the people involved by now, though haven't we? I believe you have. And with Princess Alphen and Elisa's assistance, we were able to look into suspicious relatives of fellow students as well. There are some suspects still at large, but it's only a matter of time before they're in custody. So pleased I was able to help. The classmates seemed genuinely shocked to learn what their relatives were up to. Can't say I blame them. You'd think they could hold off on the crazy until things in Crossbell calm down. Or the timing's on point since the EDFs showed up here too. I would assume they're linked, yes. I'd been aware that some in the army were opposed to the ceasefire and subsequent downsizing of the military, but it's frustrating to not have seen the extent of their opposition coming until they'd made their move. Can't blame yourself for this, Representative. Besides, maybe this works out better. Gives you the chance to take out the obvious trash instead of sniffing it out for yourself. That's true. With so many of them confirmed to be in custody, we shouldn't have to worry about the capital for a while now. Plus, the information we got will make it easier for Dad and General Van Dyke to take action. We each have our burdens to bear here, so it's best to focus on what you can do as the current head of our nation. Sure, Machias is also doing what he can in Crossbell. Indeed, you've hit the nail on the head. I don't have time to dwell on past mistakes or what I should have done with Crossbell as it is, and the prince and lady still missing. Alright, I think we've covered all we can on the coup d'etat problem. Let's turn our focus on the other big issue we need to think about. Rufus. It's not possible for him to be both near the capital and running Crossbell at the same time. So then who did we see? You said you requested an investigation into that, right, Milliam? Yep, while we were taking care of the coup stuff, it should be about...
My apologies for the delay.
That's Claire?
Just the gal we need.
That's a new uniform.
What's the word, Claire?
Well, it took longer than I'd hoped, but this information came directly from our sentries near the border. They confirmed that Crossbell's new Supreme Leader never left the state while C was active.
Then he wasn't lying.
Yeah, there really are two Rufuses.
But how is that possible?
It isn't. It's preposterous, even. Or so I would say had we not seen him in the flesh.
He played us enough to be the real thing.
He sure did. First he calls himself C and sets things up so we'd make our way to the capital. Then he gets us to take care of that coup for him, while he gets away with whatever info the EDF provided him.
Using every means at his disposal has always been his way. And this was no exception.
Then are we in agreement that the Rufus in Crossbell isn't the real one?
The evidence seems to point that way at present. Perhaps it is also my hope that it points that way.
I doubt it, since I'm inclined to agree. Rufus acting the way the Supreme Leader does after what he went through doesn't make as much sense to me. You had to have had an effect on him in some way at the Imperial Fortress, Eustace.
I would like to believe that as well. Have you learned anything more about the three children accompanying him?
We're still looking into them, I'm afraid.
I know our side can't talk, but they were strong as hell for being kids.
All I can confirm from my end is that no record of them exists in the Intelligence Division's database. 2 crown for even the ID to pin down means it'll be extra tough for us.
It's best to assume they and whoever was controlling the airship are hired help.
It should have been impossible for your friends to win. Eustace, members of Class 7, please, tell me why.
It's because you refuse to rely on anyone but yourself. We won't be getting anywhere wondering what he's up to here. I propose we move on using the one lead he provided.
If you wish to know what befell the Courageous Two, make for the Nord Highlands.
Do you feel you can trust his word enough to warrant going to the Highlands, Rean?
If anything else, I did get the impression that he is actively against the Supreme Leader. There's likely some ulterior motive behind telling us that lead. But Eustace is right that we should use it. Especially if there's any chance we can help Crossbell in the process.
I'll respect your decision, of course, but...
Some of us will have to remain in the capital. The aftermath of the coup d'etat requires some attention before it can be considered resolved.
I'll stick around for it. May as well see it through. It'd be good to hit up the entertainment district and the Bracer Guild for info while I'm here too.
Ash, you're a student at Thor's military academy. What the sucker-fool are you gonna do here?
Gaius is in the middle of an investigation of his own in Nord, I think. There should be enough people if you meet up with him and anyone else who's up east.
Muse is also planning to travel from the branch campus to join him. But will that be enough under the circumstances?
Then will we suffice?
Is that Mueller? Hey!
Huh?
Kurt! And hello there again. Sounds like you've been making some headway into the investigation.
What's up, Mueller?
About your lead. Since our father is still occupied in the West, we will be accompanying you in his stead. May we Vanders be of great service.
Hey. Mueller is cool peoples. The next morning, Muse arrived as planned from Leaves and reunited with the group. They then waited for the freight train, which Claire had arranged to take them to Nord to depart. We are going to be transferring onto an RMP train partway through the trip. We should hopefully reach Zender Gate around noon. That'll be great. We can start our investigation right away. Thank you all for coming to see us off. I apologize for showing up so suddenly and creating all this disarray. Not at all. I was glad to have the opportunity to see you again. I'm sure my brother's disappearance must be weighing heavy on your heart, too, Lieutenant Colonel. My worries pale in comparison to the heartache you must feel, Your Highness. Rest assured that I will do all I can to put you at ease as soon as possible. Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel. Counting on you too, Muse. Of course. I will take good care of our dear instructor in your and Elisa's stead. Oh, Elisa's staying behind? Far be it from me to say, but Elise was actually being useful in the party as far as, oh hey, I have someone who can heal my people for 50% of their HP. For like 50 CP or something like that, you know? She will be missed, but Muse is here to take her place, and Muse is better. Oh, but don't fret, I won't let my personal feelings get in the way of my work. Is this really the time?
What's wrong? Our group is pretty stacked for this, so I don't think you need to worry.
I am worried, but not about that. We all refrained from voicing our concerns yesterday, but you're not going to take on too much to compensate for what those soldiers said, are you? The ones from the underground.
You're a filthy traitor, Acid Chevalier! So many of us joined the army to follow in your footsteps, only for you to trample all over our ambitions. You couldn't possibly understand the frustration of those who died in that war, or even those left behind. It's time you took responsibility for your actions.
It's true. Their words did affect me. They reminded me that for some, the war never really ended.
Try to see them as the exception they are.
Exactly. That isn't your fault, Rean.
I know. But it's also not something I can turn a blind eye to. It's only by understanding one another that we will be able to move forward. At least, that's what I think now.
We just don't want to let that consume you.
Everyone in the Imperial Army bears that responsibility, myself included.
None of us here want you to shoulder that burden alone. Isn't that right? Altina? Muse?
Oh, absolutely. Class 7 is and will always be about supporting one another. I think they've echoed my sentiments. Well then, have a safe journey. If there are answers to be found in Nord, then I know you'll find them.
Thanks. Keep us in your thoughts.
You know, I still don't understand why some of us stayed behind. Like, I get it for game design reasons, you know, they only want like 7 people in my party at one time, but it's ridiculously silly for some of the people to stay behind when they can't do like literally anything, you know? Like, just come with us, you know? Who's gonna be up here? I mean, come on. Gaius, Laura's in Legram. Emma's probably at the Mysterious Village. Elisa's in Ruhr. No, Elisa's in Crossbell. Who else? We got Elliot. Marcus is in Crossbell. Who am I missing? I feel like I miss Fee. Fee is with Sarah somewhere. So I think that's everybody. The group changed trains as planned and arrived on schedule at the Nord Highlands. There they found several of their friends already waiting for them. Several of their friends? Cruel blue skies.
There you are.
That sounds like Sarah. Sarah is the homie.
I hope the trip wasn't too tiring.
That sounds like Emma. What's up,
Here
Sarah?
I thought we'd be getting here first.
We just happened to be on the train right before yours.
I'm glad you all arrived safely. And long time no see, Lieutenant Colonel.
Likewise. It's reassuring to have you with us.
She's not wearing her glasses. Sarah's going in the party.
We heard about the attempted coup from Major Revelt. It must have been so hard for you, Rean.
You're kind of worried, but I'm fine. Better than fine now that you're both here. All I have to do is see your face, and it's like my heart feels a little lighter.
Then it was worth it, huh? But there's no river I wouldn't cross to find you if you needed me. Though magic makes it simple enough to skip the river crossing route if there was an emergency. So don't you forget that all you have to do is call, and I'll be right there.
Thanks. I won't.
Emma's a ghostbuster.
But boy, I'm still finding it hard to believe we have 2 Rufuses running around now. I'll cross my fingers the lead from the literal lesser of 2 evils pays off, but we still need to be smart about our approach.
Agreed. There's no telling what could happen. That's all the more reason why we appreciate your and Lady Mildean's attention to this matter.
Oh, I'm more than happy to give it.
Where's Gaius, by the way?
He's gotten a head start investigating in the Highlands, I believe.
A soldier gave us a message saying he intends to convene with us at the settlement.
I see. Then we'll head his way once we've greeted the person in charge here.
I believe he's someone you know?
Colonel Dalton of the 23rd Armored Division, yes. I haven't seen him since his division took stewardship of the gate after the war.
Oh, right. It was the 7th that was in charge of Zender up until last year. The 23rd was one of the new divisions created for the war, wasn't it?
Indeed. With all the changes underway in the army, the 23rd has no general at present.
Where's Zex?
But I hear the colonel's done a stellar job of keeping the division unified in the absence of him.
He sounds like someone who'd more than cooperate with our investigation, at least.
I've already informed him of our arrival. We should go and see him right away.
One-eyed Zek. Where's he at?
Listen, Reen. Don't go biting off more than you can chew. Being an instructor doesn't mean you have to be the strong one in the group 24/7. I didn't have to be because you were there for me. So that means you don't have to be because I'll be there for you. At least I'll try to be.
You just get it, don't you? Thank you. That makes me feel a lot better.
Good.
Welcome to Zendergate. I've been looking forward to your arrival. I am Dalton, acting commander of the 23rd Armored Division.
Good to see you again, Colonel. Same to you, Lieutenant Colonel. And it is an honor to finally meet the famous Ashen Chevalier. Heard much about the Lieutenant Colonel's younger brother, too. I wish I could give you all a more formal reception. Please think nothing of it, sir. Most of us aren't even part of the army, much less deserving of a lavish welcome. Quite agree, and I'm just an inexperienced student. How modest of you all. I appreciate that. He's surprisingly candid for a colonel. He is, although I'm sure he must be very capable to have been given command of a whole armored division. Word of the 7th's exploits since the war has reached even here, Lieutenant Colonel. I hear you have been all over the country helping with the reconstruction efforts under Prince Olivert's leadership. What's more, the Vanders have evidently resumed their duty as guardians of the Imperial family. They don't call you the ace of the 7th for nothing. I apologize if that sounded all sarcastic. I did not mean it so. Think nothing of it, sir. I will not attempt to deny my past failings. Still, I am humbled by the honor of serving once more. On the Vander name, I will stop at nothing to prove worthy of it. Feel the same way. Could you tell us what you know about the situation here? Yes, you came looking for clues on the prince's whereabouts. I'm aware that you have reason to believe there is something here. So it's true. The opposite, I'm afraid. This region has been positively idyllic? Idyllic? I think it's idyllic. Since the war ended. The Highlands did turn into a battleground during the conflict, but everything is back to normal here now. I was honestly caught off guard by your conviction that something must be here. That's unfortunate. Still, the intel's fresh, even to us. It's no surprise that nothing's been found yet. Indeed, I've had a lot of work at the watchtower, so haven't had much time to investigate in this area. In that sense, you might have more luck speaking with the people of the settlement. You may be correct. You may well be correct. Sounds like Gaius is already there, so I'd say meeting with him should be our first goal. Given the stakes, we intend to fully dedicate ourselves to searching once we have finished getting ready. I've apprised the soldiers stationed at the watchtower of what's going on too, so it may be worth stopping by there. Either way, should you learn anything, please do let me know. I'll be happy to send reinforcements if needed. Thank you for your kindness and understanding, sir. We greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's get started with the search then. I just get the feeling that this guy's gonna get the evil glow around him at some point. You gonna give us horses? Or do you have orbital bikes for some reason? Because you do not make me walk. Don't be a sucker, alright? Do not make me walk.
It's breathtaking.
Nothing I've heard could have prepared me for just how truly beautiful it is.
It's your first time here, huh?
It is. I've been really looking forward to it. If only the other three could be here to see it. Words don't do it justice.
They really don't. I wish I could have let you first see it under lighter circumstances.
It feels like only yesterday that we came here as part of our field studies.
It's moving to think that this is where our ancestor took up arms to fight at Dreikel's side.
It's held a special place in my heart beyond our ancestry, since our uncle and I were stationed here.
Alright, horses.
Regardless, I will make for the watchtower and set about gathering information there. You should stick to your original plan and reunite with Gaius at the settlement.
I'm alright with that, but...
Are you sure it's wise to go alone? I think it'd be better if I came with you.
I know how capable you are, Kurt. There's no need to worry about me. As a soldier, I'll have a much easier time operating a military facility. Should anything happen, however, I will be in touch. Take care.
I hope he's going to be all right.
I imagine that the prince's disappearance must be weighing heavily on him.
I had the chance to briefly speak with him about that on the train, actually.
I wanted to accompany them on their honeymoon, but Olivier insisted I not go. I got the impression he wanted to give me some time off to honor the war's end. Of all the times that idiot had to go and put my needs first.
See. I think you're all worrying a little too much about him. We're talking about one of the finest soldiers in the Imperial Army, up there with Lieutenant Colonel Neidhart. You should know better than anyone that he isn't the kind of man to act rashly in times like these. Yes, I suppose you're right. I'm sure he genuinely believes this to be the best course of action. We'd be wise to mirror his conviction. Let's get moving. Give me a horse. Yes. Of course, Muse is with Reen. Apparently the settlement is currently in the same location it was when Emma and I visited during our field study. Is it by the lake, or is it not by the lake? If we travel north from here, we should see it before long. We don't want to keep Gaius waiting. Yeah, it doesn't... Yeah.
Amazing. I've never seen plains so vast.
It's like we're afloat in a sea of green. Words can't do justice to its beauty.
We had the same reaction as students.
I like it even more now that there aren't as many monsters as before.
Yeah, the Armored Division's done a bang-up job keeping the Highlands clean. Now we can ride straight through. I bet I could buy a whole keg with this.
Alright. At least they're revealing a good chunk. I should have went to Zender Gate to see what they sold. I should do that, actually. They have some stuff there. I also need to mark, so as soon as I get inside, I'll probably mark for the top of the hour. Or... no.
Easy now.
I don't... I mark for the hour that the game... Alright, they're not letting us inside. Alright, well, saving and marking. I don't know if I'm using this mark, but, marking. She could ride with Kurt? Students share the horse? No.
Right, let's go.
Ready when you are.
See, it's just a missed opportunity because we could have had Altina with us and she could have said, "Time to ride." A nice little callback. But alas, not meant to be. You know, they said that there were less monsters roaming around, but I feel like there are the same or more.
This is rare. I'll be sure to keep it safe.
I'm going to locations where there have been treasure chests in the past. If they let me go
That
down
structure to the right is the watchtower monitoring Calvert, yes?
Yeah!
Yep.
here. Leads to the watchtower, leave man and brother's hand. Look at that guy over there. That's a big dude.
Yep. And the plateau on the left has got what they call the Stone Circle.
It's thought to be an old monument from when animism dominated the region.
There you go.
Yeah!
We missed out on nothing. She's ruining the view of Reen's back. I don't think anybody wants to see Reen's back either. On Sorgo, that's right. I'd like to visit there eventually, but I'd like to meet up with Gaius first. You suck of fools. All right, you know what I haven't come across yet in this game? Any sort of treasure chest that involves something
That one is incredibly
special.
dangerous.
Trial chests, monster chests.
Guess luck is on our side.
Yeah!
I guess those are probably the only kind of chests, but I haven't seen any of those.
We're almost at the settlement. It feels so great here.
It makes me wish we could keep riding on through forever.
It's a shame we'll have to dismount soon.
It's so nice to see you're both already as much in love with this place as we are.
What do we think about the horse animation? I actually think it looks pretty good. But I am no expert.
We made it to the settlement.
We did, but
This is my first time seeing yurts.
You would normally see more of them. I wonder what's going on.
Already?
There's Class 7. It's so good to see you all again. How have you been?
You grew up.
Is he an acquaintance of yours, Instructor?
I'm not sure that we've met.
Come on. That's not very funny. I know it's been a while, but I knew you from a glance.
Wait, I see it now.
Toma?
You're Gaius' little brother, right? Looks like someone hit his growth spurt.
Did you meet during your field studies?
Yeah. Gaius' family as a whole has been very welcoming whenever we've come to Nord. It's kind of funny to say, but you're getting to be around the age we were on our first visit, huh?
Yeah, that sounds about right. But you really didn't recognize me then? I gotta say, that stings a little.
Sorry, but you honestly do look so much more mature than when we last met. You must be Charl then. You've grown up a lot yourself.
You think? Thank you.
Charl was the little girl that wanted to know Toma's favorite color so that she could give him a scarf, I believe. was a side quest in the first game, if I remember correctly. Interesting.
Gaius had mentioned you were coming, but I didn't expect you to arrive so soon after he said it. Speaking of which, you should be coming back soon.
Coming back now, actually.
Sucker? What's up, 8th Dominion Gaius?
I hope you all had a pleasant journey from the capital. Good to see the winds kept you safe.
Right back at you.
I hope your investigation's been going well.
I don't know his number.
Sounds like we've arrived at a busy time.
Not at all. Most of the work for moving the settlement has been finished already. But let me make us some tea before we talk any further. You must be tired.
It might not be 8. I don't know. He's a Dominion. He's part of the church. He's betrayed us all.
Nord tea is as soothing as I've been told.
It really is. Black tea is relaxing too, but the flavor of these leaves is very distinctive.
I'm glad you approve.
Haven't been able to enjoy a cup of this since your field study.
You tried it then? I would have thought you'd been unable to since you joined near the end of our stay.
That's right. You and Sharon came by to check up on us around the same time. It's weird, the things you forget.
Ida. I don't remember a lily.
We have plenty more, so please, have as much as you like. It's too bad you weren't here yesterday to try the cheese we made. It was so good!
Cheese or no cheese, you've given us more than enough of a welcome. My travel fatigue is all but gone. It's amazing seeing how much you two have grown since we saw each other. You look like you're taking after your mom, Sheeta.
You really think so? I'm happy to hear that. And you look even cooler, and Emma looks even prettier.
I think so too. Gaius has always kept us up to date on how you've been and the ways you've changed. You've overcome a great many ordeals on the road to where you sit now. It makes me so proud to see the students we've hosted go on to accomplish so many great things.
You're kind to think of us so much.
Thank you for saying so. I hope we can keep making you proud.
And now my pride extends to you two as well. That's just how mothers are.
I feel like I've heard this voice actor before. Or actress. Sounds very familiar, like a character that we've already met from, like a previous game or this game or something like that.
Did we ever introduce ourselves to you guys? That's our mom. And we're Gaius' little sisters. I'm Sheeta, and she's Lily. Thanks for being bros with our bro.
He's done far more for us than we have for him, I think. I can see Gaius has a truly lovely family. Couldn't be more grateful to have them. That extends to Dad, too, even if he couldn't be here. Take it he's out of the settlement right now. That's right, he's leading the relocation effort. We're having to move quite a distance, too, so you may not be able to see him during this visit. That's a shame, I was hoping to say hi. Still, if you're suddenly having to uproot yourselves and go so far, I take it something significant has happened here. Correct. Upon returning here the other day, I set off to survey the highlands. Unfortunately, I've yet to find anything that would lead us to the location of Prince Oliver or the Courageous II. But I found some unsettling signs in a few easily overlooked areas. Ashes from recently burned firewood and buried remnants of travel rations, for example. In other words, traces of human activity. Yes, and not just one person. I asked Toma to help investigate, and we kept finding the same signs in more and more places. We haven't heard of any talk about soldiers doing training exercises in the area recently, so I doubt that's the explanation. No one in the settlement or at Zender Gate claims to have seen any potential suspects either. Regardless of what we're dealing with, we can't risk any harm coming to the people here or our family. But after some discussion, we all decided it would be best to move the settlement earlier than usual. Charl and her father have been helping with the move, too. We couldn't be more grateful. So sorry all of this happened when you and your dad were meant to be on vacation. Please don't worry, I'm just glad to help. Dad might grumble a bit, but he's pitched in regardless. Either way, it's clear something's amiss here, especially considering the timing. Yeah, it's hard to say if this is what Rufus was referring to, but it's not something we can afford to ignore. When we came here for our field study 2 years ago, we found Jaeger dropouts operating in the area. Perhaps this could be something similar. It's definitely possible. Either way, I decided that I ought to look into it again as soon as you all arrived. I think that's a good idea. We'll join you with all due haste. If the Highlands are threatened in any way, I refuse to turn a blind eye. I quite agree, especially after the people here have served us such wonderful tea. I will spare no effort for a land connected to my ancestors. Your support means the world, truly. We aren't planning to move just yet, so you are welcome to make this your base of operations. I'll do all that I can to help you in my husband's place. I'd like to believe I'm a lot stronger than I was last we met, too. So if there's any way I can assist, please let me know. We will, thanks, Toma. Cheetah, Lily, be good while we're away. We will, take care. Come back soon. Where should we begin, then? That's a good question. How about we go speak with the settlement's other visitor? Oh? She's been here since before I arrived myself. I haven't had much of a chance to speak to her since I've been so busy with the move and investigating. That said, it is someone you all know. I think it's Irina Reinford. I don't know why she would be here, but it's a she, so that's my guess. Really now? I've yet to see anyone fitting that description around, though. Perhaps she's out at the moment. Someone in my family may know. Shall we go ask them, then? Alrighty, then. Let's, check out our party here. You have 2220. Alright, so you're just barely better than Musei in the arts department. Musei also has an extra 60. So you have 2085. Way better than Kurt. Gaius. Alright. So I don't have to feel bad about putting Home Chick Slice in the party. Give you that just for the heck of it. I kind of want Kurt in the party. I guess Emma doesn't have to be in the party, but let's check out Quartz first. Morgan. Arts damage as HP drops. I don't like that. What does Sarah have? Sarah has Thor. Increase damage to enemies with status effects. Ooh. Thor doesn't do what it used to do, but it seems nice. I guess stat down might not count as status effects, though. Oh, it says boost damage against enemies with ailment stat down, so I'm hoping that that translation is correct. Alright, so we'll keep you with that. You have Scorpio. Yeah, that's not going to work. I'm going to give you Brave for now. That way Thor can be back to its originalness. I don't like Morgan. I don't like Morgan at all. Let's give you Cannon. What do you have? Virgo. Sirius. What the heck do you have Sirius for? You have this. This is giga disappointing. Let's give you Pixie. Instead of Diva. Everything is just so omega blah. Yeah, I want that. Let's just go with Virgo. Oh, you have Albion Wolf? Oh, it's about to go down. When you watched me play Xenoblade Chronicles 3, you noticed I can inflict status effects on bosses. Is that the same in 1 and 2? I just got done watching my playthrough of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. And the answer to that question is yes. You can do that in Xenoblade Chronicles 1. Can't say 100% for 2, but in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you can still topple and launch people and things like that. So I'm going to say yes for that one as well. Okay, so I guess Kurt will have to get the step in, which is kind of sad. Kurt doesn't really deserve to get the boot, but you know, it's like, oh, you already have breath. Leg breaker. I definitely I guess Emma can just be, well, let me check out her crafts first. Alright, so Palace of Eregion does not do damage. That's probably going to kick you out of the party just right then and there. Serene Blessing is really good. I think they buffed this. In the first game, this was single target. It cost 40, I believe. Now it's a medium area that's set and gives 40 CP. Magic attack absorption. I tried this in Trails of Cold Steel 4, or maybe it was 3. It was probably 3. Tried this at the end of 3 for the first time, and it didn't work against McBurn. Very, very, very sad. Alright, you got Northern Lightning. True Thundering Roar. Searing Flesh. Under Vortex. Still got Lightning Charge. Yeah, Sarah's going in the party. Sarah is 1000% going in the party. You have an Accelerate and a Delay minus 80. It's 5 points, so they definitely learned their lesson. Dominion Roar. 80% HP. Break damage. Not bad. It's not bad. Gaius, I don't think we have room for you, but for one of the first times in all of everything, I feel like you would be pretty good in the party if I put you in. Man, Kurt is falling behind. I'm sorry, Kurt. You can be a homie. Alright, Sarah has some stuff, so let's link you two together. You guys basically have the exact same thing. Maybe I kick out Muse. Kind of want Kurt in the party though, but nah. All right. So all of this is very basic stuff that we'll just accept. And Passion R, I am not going to accept. I'm going to give you Ingenuity. We need to give you back Rage. I'm going to get rid of Tira. We're going to give you Evade 2. And then equipment-wise, yeah, we're not getting rid of that. Gotta give you something. Congratulations. You can't be confused, and you can't be burned. Alright. Lodging yurt.
It's been a while since I was last here. Feels so empty without all the yurts.
Well, once we're back to normal, you'd better pay us a visit. Your students are welcome too, of course.
I wouldn't miss a chance to come back here.
I'll be leaving the settlement for a while. I hope I can count on you to watch over it while I'm gone. It's his famous hawk. Boy. Getting kind of worried. Maybe I should ask for help. Something wrong, Sheeta? I was just thinking of speaking to all of you. Our other visitor left the settlement this morning, but she hasn't been back since. Gaius was telling us about her. Did she go out into the highlands? Notice how they're beating around the bush here. You know, they're not telling us her name. Yes, she said something about wanting to take photographs before she left. Yo, imagine if it was the Crossbell reporter that hung around with that guy that smoked all the time. Imagine, I forget her name. She also said not to worry about her since we were all busy with the move. Even so, I'm getting anxious. I hope she isn't doing anything too dangerous. The situation is suddenly starting to seem all too familiar. Yeah, this is the exact situation we went through with Norton from the Imperial Chronicle a few years ago. Really? Wonder if this visitor could be... Anyway, it sounds like we should go and check up on her. I assume she's set off to the north. Yes, that's right. I'm not sure how far she could have gone. Let us ride out and look for her then. Time to ride. Oh, I gotta do this one. Open 100 treasure chests. Reach level 110 with all allies. Thanks. See, the northern part of the highlands is just as beautiful as its southern counterpart. Indeed, though it also looks more dangerous, what with these steep cliffs. Oh, look at that. Well, that's the other giant statue, like the one on Brionia Island. Yes, that's right. This was Lost Zem, the Septarian of Earth. Meanwhile, the one on Brionia Island was Arc Rouge, the Septarian of Fire. As you're aware, both have long since lost their power, leaving them as mere shells. I had no idea when I first saw it during our field study that it had such a history. It's hard to believe that the Divine Knights originated from them. Shall we start looking then? I can't imagine our visitor could have gone far without a horse. I'm inclined to agree. Hopefully this will be a quick search. Yep, I found her. She's also giga far away. Alright, let's go to all the treasure chest spots that I am familiar with.
Yeah!
This place is so expansive that I don't even know where to begin to look.
Do you see that big statue? It's called the Guardian. It would be a nice start, I think.
Not a bad idea. We can branch out into a full search from there.
Yo.
What a brute! Be careful!
Yo. That Brave. What if I got rid of Brave? I gave you Murakumo. No, I should give you Murakumo instead of Brave. Synergy. And then it was a green gem. I can get rid of Leg Breaker. Comes with Recuria as well, which is nice. We can get rid of Strike. We just give you an attack 2. Crow doesn't need it. There we go. We have made up for all of that.
Ha! Right.
Sorry, horse.
Let's go.
Ready when you are.
I have been filmed doing lots of damages to horses in my time with Trails of Cold Steel. Slicing off legs, shooting them. It's been rough times.
With strength like that, we best exercise caution.
That's just 12%. When I see, like, true on it, I immediately think of the Gladiator stuff. But it usually doesn't end up being that. like they've added just a tiny bit more control to the horses. The horses used to be very, very unmanageable. I used to always default to the orbital bike because it felt faster and it was much easier to control.
That one is incredibly dangerous.
Ixion bolts.
Yeah!
I have a feeling they're not going to let me go to the lake, but I'm going to try going to
Luck
the lake.
has served us well today.
I think a Zarum powder is a pretty big deal. Actually, you know what I should do? I should give you something that I want to level up. Like Bridget. Which is actually supposed to be on you, isn't it? Yeah. I do need to go in that direction.
Yeah!
But I'm going to go in this direction. Okay, so that photographer chick that I'm thinking of, I believe her name starts with a D.
Oh, I see a chest.
Prevents delay. Also gives +7 speed.
Yeah!
Yeah. I investigated Lake Lacrima up ahead, as well as the ancient quarry to the northeastern part of the highlands itself. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to turn up anything that would help us locate the Courageous. That's unfortunate. I trust you to have covered those areas thoroughly, so I think we can ignore them for now. It's possible that the person we're looking for might have gone this way, but I think we should focus our efforts in this area first. At least they acknowledge that they're being silly. Because yes, video game, you are being silly. Person could be literally anywhere. We must search everywhere. Let's fight something.
Let's begin!
Crimson Flash! It's down!
This one's mine!
You're finished!
I'm here.
Arcus, activate! Bring it on! I'll shred you! Ah! No!
Got him!
I'm going.
I want to cast this just because it's so cool.
There it is.
Oh, it doesn't look like we're going to get the opportunity.
There it is.
It's my turn! Ha! All right, nice work, team.
Save the man.
Yeah!
It's just a demonstration to make sure everybody knew that Sarah was amazing. We already got that one. This is where I needed to go.
What an adorable treasure chest!
Yeah!
Seems like the enemies aren't chasing after me on the horse. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah!
What if I get off the horse? Interesting.
Right, let's go.
Ready when you are.
I am okay with this. Do they not have messages and chests anymore? To my knowledge, no.
I bet I could buy a whole keg with this.
Yeah, they do not.
Right, let's go.
Ready when you are.
It was explained to me that the reason that there were messages in chests is because there used to be a message
A strong foe.
in the chest that would say, like, this chest is empty when you try to interact it with it again.
Yeah!
And so the people translating the first Legend of Heroes games, like Trails in the Sky and stuff like that, they, you know, they saw an opportunity to have some fun, and so they added like little puns and messages and things like that into the treasure chest. And that, you know, little fun idea has just continued for the entire series that allowed, or that had those messages in the treasure chest. But after a while, Falcom
That splashing must be from a fish.
stopped putting the, like, this chest is empty messages for them, and so that was the death of all the puns. And I, like many other people, are greatly saddened. I am not a big pun person, but
Not bad at all.
it's the loss of great things, and it is sad. You have Recuria. Let's give you Recuria. Oh, it's a 333? Oh. Regardless. Put that there. And then what was there before? Don't even remember. Oh, Crescent Mirror. Who has the water bell? Let's give you the water bell. Sad, yeah. It is
Want a bite?
mega sad.
Nice. Well, it's not bad.
I looked up on how long to beat this morning.
Nice.
To see what people are reporting this game to lengthwise, and I saw some like mid to upper 40 hours. So, you know, theoretically, we could be done with this game in like 1 to 2 days. Theoretically. You have to add at least another 5 to 5+ hours because I'm reading all the dialogue. Or reading all the non-voiced dialogue.
Yeah!
Let's see if we can see who it is.
Yeah!
See, I was gonna say Grace, but there's no way it would be Grace. But it's looking like Grace. There's no way it's Grace. Why would Grace be here? It's totally Grace. How is she not in Crossbell? It makes no sense.
They don't call this one of the Highlands' most famous sites for nothing. Talk about statuesque. Literally. Maybe I'll start a listicle of the Empire's best views when I get back to the office.
Isn't that... Is that you, Grace?
Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you, Class 7. And you, Divine Blade. Congrats on the upgrade from Ashen Chevalier.
I forget Reen's Divine Blade title. I remember like we were throwing around ideas of like the Void and stuff like that, but I feel like his is like Divine Blade of Black or Darkness or something. I need to remember what that was.
Gaius said there was another visitor, but he kept Who a surprise. So it was you.
I was just as surprised to find her in Nord, believe me.
How did you make it to the Empire with Crossbell occupied?
The only way I could have. I wasn't in Crossbell when the occupation went down. Around just before the ceremony started, I got an interesting lead through the Orbital Net. So I left coverage of the actual signing to the others and jumped on the next train to Erebonia. Thinking on it now, I'm honestly not sure if I'd call that good or bad luck.
I can imagine.
This must all be very hard for you.
It is. But I've never been one for sitting around sulking when life throws me a curveball. There's gotta be a role for me to play in sorting all this out. The best thing I can do is get out there and take action. I wouldn't be much of a journalist or a Crossbellin if I didn't.
There goes our voice acting. When you finish this, you need me to do Final Fantasy 16 because you're tired of playing it already? You're tired of playing it already? Oh no. Final Fantasy 16 is the next game that I will be playing once this is done. And, you know, I guess an added bonus, if I beat this before my vacation's over, I guess we're just doing minimum 6-hour streams of Final Fantasy 16, theoretically, so. That's the Grace we all know so well. Yeah, I mean, Lloyd and Randy are made of tough stuff, and then there's Grace. People from Crossbell are really built different. So that's what this lead you're... so what's this lead you're talking about? It's got to be something big for you to leave a historic moment like the signing ceremony for someone else to cover. Oh, it absolutely is. It was a report that Prince Olivert and his wife had gone missing during the honeymoon, the Courageous 2 and all. I had a feeling it would involve that. We're actually here following the same case. Oh, on a tip too, no less. I'm guessing the fact that you're here in Nord of all places means you found some clue to their whereabouts. That's right, although it's only circumstantial evidence at this point. There's a report that suspicious people clad in black were sighted in the area where the royals went for their honeymoon. You don't think the Yevon Defense Force? I'd bet 1,000 mirror on it. Then there's an unconfirmed report that the EDF were sighted in Nord before and after the Courageous Two's disappearance. I'm here following up on both leads. So the terrorists who occupied Crossbell and took up arms against the Empire were potentially responsible here too. I found no evidence that they were hiding here or had been in the past yesterday. Or had been in the past yesterday. It just reads weird, like yesterday is already the past, so saying the past yesterday is just like redundant, I guess. But I don't think that's how you're supposed to read that. We'll just move on. Yeah, I couldn't find anything either. If they really were here, they're clearly good at covering their tracks. But there's no smoke without fire. There's clearly something here in the Highlands. Although I'll admit, I'm basing at least part of that conviction on my reporter's instincts. Hey, when your gut talks, we'd be fools not to listen. Quite agree. The likelihood that what happened in Crossbell and the prince's disappearance are connected is higher than ever now. Thanks for sharing what you know, Grace. It really helped. Hey, I just wish I had some solid, conclusive evidence to give you. All I can do is wish you well with the rest of your investigation. Wait, you're not going to try to squeeze information out of us now? I'm convinced that solving this case will lead you to a way to liberate Crossbell. So get out there and give them the ruckus, Class 7. If you're asking, who are we to refuse? The group then escorted Grace back to the settlement on horseback. Once assured of her safety, they were then able to resume the investigation. It's sounding like we should go around the southern part of the Highlands too. Indeed, that area seems less likely given that it has military facilities, but the truth could have been under our noses all along. I think it's still worth looking there. Speaking of the military, I wonder how the Lieutenant Colonel's investigation is going. Come to think of it, he said he was going to ask around at the watchtower, didn't he? Yeah, maybe we should contact him and compare notes. Could you give him a call, Kurt? Of course. Can't get through. That's strange. The watchtower should definitely be in range from here. Perhaps he's somewhere else further away or in an area with poor reception. Maybe he just can't pick up the phone. If only we could use the round of 7, then this wouldn't be an issue. It's frustrating, but there's no point in dwelling on it. We'll just have to explore the southern highlands while making for the watchtower ourselves. I think you're right. Hopefully we'll be reunited with my brother before long. I'd like to have a closer look at the stone circle and the triangular rock that we passed on the way here, too. Shall we depart then? Allow me to lead the way. Like we don't know where we're going. What you selling? Found something that must belong to someone while tidying up the yurt. I think it might be the hammer, used to repair the fencing. You think it'll be okay if I put it with today's baggage? Should be fine. And thanks, Charles. She'll need it for the sheep's fencing. So I'll bring it over later today. Oh, and about the food stockpile. Look at them go. They're perfectly in sync. They do make for a perfect couple, don't they? Charles' father was stubborn at first, but he eventually came around on Toma. That's great to hear. Oh, how long have you all been standing there? Just me, or were you guys watching us? My, perish the thought. Ah, to be young again. Oh, you're selling a new stuff. I don't know why you have this stuff, but I'll take it. Oh, I am poor. This increases my strength by 100. Not bad, it's just very long. I've seen some reports. I've been staying away from like any information regarding it, but I've been seeing some reports that people have been spending a lot of time on like side quests and stuff. Apparently the game has a lot of side quests. It's the north. This is the south. South side. Gotta give the south side some respect. It's always west side, but no, south side. Choosing continue will cause the main story to advance. It will also not be possible to further read story for the brief period. Alright, we're gonna save. Oh, look at that. The hour mark has been reached. Perfect time to save and mark. And see where this takes us. I might not even use this mark. Isn't this? Mirror's glowing, but feels like something is happening.